everyone, Kelsey from Meyer Hatchery here. Today I'd like to share a fun and festive recipe to make for your flock this holiday season. Inspired by Lisa Steele's recipe, I have made my own hanging treat wreath using only a few simple ingredients. Let's go get started. First, you'll just need a few basic kitchen tools: a bundt pan, at least one large mixing bowl, a 2-cup or larger measuring cup, a spatula, and a large spoon or ladle. You'll also need the following ingredients: 3 packets or 2 tablespoons of unflavored gelatin powder, a 1/2 cup of cool water, a 1.5 cups of boiling water, 1 cup of melted coconut oil or fat drippings, 6 cups of your flock's favorite scratch grains, and 1 cup fresh or frozen cranberries. You can also use another fruit of your choice. First, we'll mix the gelatin into the 1/2 cup of cool water and whisk until fully dissolved. You'll see that this mixture begins to thicken. Let this sit while you gather your other ingredients. You'll also want to bring a 1.5 cups of water to a boil. This will be added to the gelatin mixture shortly. For the fat, I'm using melted coconut oil. You can also use a bacon grease, preferably low salt version, or hamburger drippings. For the green mix, I'm using a bagged scratch mix of organic corn, barley, oats, and wheat. I've also added black oil sunflower seeds to the mix, which are high in fat and protein. I find this is a great treat on cold days when my flock needs the extra boost of energy. Just be mindful that overfeeding treats can lead to nutritional imbalances, so it's really important to feed a well-balanced feed and offer treats sparingly. It's optional, but I'm also going to add chili flakes to my mix. Chickens lack the receptors to taste spicy foods, however, there are a few benefits in feeding them to your flock. Chili flakes are reported to aid in digestion, boost the immune system, increase iron absorption, and are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Studies have even shown that capsaicin might help chickens fight salmonella bacteria. Lastly, rodents do have the receptors to taste spicy food and may be put off by the flavor. Next, I'm mixing in the melted coconut oil. You want all the dry ingredients to be evenly coated in oil. Now that my kettle has come to a boil, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of the boiling water to my gelatin mixture and whisk in. Next, I'm pouring the gelatin mixture into the grain mixture and stirring until everything is evenly distributed. Now I have already coated my bundt pan with melted coconut oil. You can also use a cooking spray, but this step is important to prevent your wreath from sticking. If you're using coconut oil, a pastry brush works great for this, but you could also use a paper towel. For a little added color and holiday cheer, I'm using frozen cranberries in my wreath. You can use fresh or frozen, or even substitute with another chicken-friendly fruit of your choice. I'm going to set the cranberries in the grooves of my bundt pan. Depending on the style of your pan, you may have a different pattern. Feel free to get creative. Now I'm going to ladle the scratch and gelatin mix into the bundt pan. I strongly recommend using a large spoon or ladle for this rather than just trying to pour the grains into the bundt pan. Unless you want to spill it all over your floor, just ask me how I know. Once filled, we can just pack the grains down a bit with a spatula. Now I'm covering my bundt pan with a sheet of wax paper before setting in the fridge overnight. You could use a plate or a pan, whichever you have. Alright, now that the wreath is chilled overnight, we are ready for the big reveal. I did allow my pan to come to room temperature slightly, and now I'm going to flip it and give it a little bit of tap onto a hard surface. You might have a little bit of the grains or cranberry stick to the pan, but just remember this isn't a baking show. The birds are not going to judge you and they're going to love it either way. From here, you can tie a ribbon around your wreath or decorate it however you'd like. Then find a nice place to hang your treat and sit back and watch as your birds devour it. I love how easy this recipe is, and I'm already thinking of ways I can change it up next time. With mini bundt molds, I could make several ornaments to hang in various places for my flock. I think it would also make a great gift for fellow chicken keepers. I would just be mindful if you live in a region with a mild winter temperature. You might find this treat begins to soften if left in the sun. I would recommend storing the wreath in the fridge or freezer if you're not using it right away. Anyway, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Let us know how your wreaths turn out in the comments below. Bye-bye.